Good morning, family. Today is June the 5th, 2012. It is 10:24 in the a.m. and we're going to get started on our dinner early. So first, let me go over what we're going to be making today. Today, we're going to be making some smothered chicken. We're also going to make some self-rising biscuits and some butter rice and a green salad on the side. So let's get started. So first, our first dish is our main dish, which is the smothered chicken. So with this smothered chicken, family, this is what we're doing. We have some white mushrooms. We have 2 packs of McCormick chicken gravy. We're going to season, we're going to make homemade gravy, but we just add this as an extra substance onto our gravy. But instead of using water, I always use chicken flavored bouillon. We have our Worcester sauce for seasoning. To season our chicken, we're simply using black pepper and seasoning salt. We're also going to have sauteed onions inside of our gravy, of course. And we're all topping that off with, of course, some all-purpose flour. Let's get started, family. Okay, now, I'm cooking quite a bit of chicken today. So what I'm doing is I'm simply going to use chicken thighs. So we have 2 of the family packs of that because I don't plan on cooking on tomorrow. This will be enough for my full family. So we're going to cook 2 family packs of thighs. So we want to get these out and we want to get these washed up. We want to wash this chicken pretty good. Once your chicken is washed, you just simply want to add seasoning salt and black pepper only because we're going to smother these in a gravy. And the garlic powder on the chicken, I really don't particularly care for the extra garlic flavor in my gravy. So I don't, whenever I'm smothering something, be it chicken or pork or even steaks for that matter, I don't add any garlic onto the meat. It just kind of changes up the taste for me. So when I use garlic powder when I'm frying, it's just simply frying. I'm not smothering. So I just don't like the taste. So the taste is yours. If your palate likes the taste of garlic in your gravies, then so be it. But as for me and mine, I just don't particularly care for it. So anyway, just simply season, salt, and black pepper, and we're going to agitate this chicken and move this chicken all around. And once again, I cannot stress it enough that when you're cooking with poultry and fish, you need to keep your field clean, very clean, because you can cross-contaminate very quickly with chicken or fish. You don't want to do that. So just be mindful of that. Have your rag with a little bleach, soapy water, and just keep your field clean. Okay, in our skillet, family, we simply have some canola oil, and it's filled up a little bit less than halfway. And we're going to cut this on medium, and we're going to start getting this grease hot. And just like Mama used to do, she would always keep a Ziploc bag in the refrigerator of flour that she used for frying pork chops or chicken or whatever. And what you do is every time you get ready to use it, though, you just pour out the old flour. And if it needs to be washed out, you wash it out if it has a little tinge, funny smell to it. But if not, just simply pour out that old flour, put some fresh one in it, and you're back ready to go. Let's try it again. It's ready. Let's go. Once again, family, it's a cross-contamination issue. And not only that, but you also want your chicken to remain fresh. So what I simply do is I always, when I get my food seasoned, I cover it up and I put it in the refrigerator and I merely use it when I need it. So in this particular case, we're getting ready to get started with our chicken. So we're going to start putting some chicken in our bag. Now, Also, a good staple for your kitchen is to have some tongues like this because it's good for frying. Your hands will not come in contact with the hot grease at all. Will it stop it from popping on you? No, it's not going to stop it from popping on you. However, with these, when you're frying chicken and whatnot, you don't pierce the crust of it. So you keep the juices inside, and you can simply turn it, flip it, take it in and out of your flour bag. As in this case, I just put some in my flour bag. So this is just a staple. Make sure you get a pair of these. 99-cent store. That's the cheapest route. Okay, you simply shake off a little bit of your excess flour and you just lay it inside of your grease. You want to put that bone side down when you begin to fry. Skin side up, bone side down. Okay, family. Now what I have is I have the regular white mushrooms, and I'm beginning to cut them up a little bit like this. Let me show you how to do that. And we're simply going to incorporate that into our gravy. So simply you just cutting them like so. Let me cut it on the side so you can see it better. And one thing about mushrooms, they're so soft. So it's really no, there's really no effort into doing this. Like so. Now, I also have my onions that I've already pre-sliced. So let's begin making our gravy. Okay, this right here is simply our drippings from frying our chicken. And so actually what we're going to do, all this just simply came off the chicken. I just poured off the excess grease. I'm going to use this as some pot liquor for a base of our gravy. So what I'm going to begin to do is I'm going to add, let me cut on the stove on medium heat. And what we're going to do is I'm going to re-rinse these onions and mushrooms once again. And we're going to just simply saute them inside of this pot liquor here. Okay, family, I begin to saute these guys a little bit, being sure to kind of get the bottom of the pan. You see how I'm just kind of getting the bottom of that pan there with all that good seasoning and the base of that good pot liquor? You want to make sure that you get that really, really well. I'll saute this up just a little bit more just to soften up those onions, soften up those mushrooms a little bit more. Now, instead of using regular water, we're going to use some broth. So let's get our broth together. Okay, before I add that to the gravy, let's put our chicken gravy packet. Let's start off with just one packet and see what that will do. I think I'm going to need both packets because I'm making two separate dishes. I'm making one for my house and one for Ken's house. So let's, take the other packet. Then I'm going to take my Worcestershire sauce, shake that up. I'm going to pour some of that in there. Okay, I'm going to whisk that up. Okay, family, in our liquid measuring cup here, I put about 3.5 cups of water in here. I'm not really measuring the broth, really, on how much I'm putting in here. I'm just kind of squeezing the container. I just put a little hole in the top because I don't want it to pour out a whole lot. So let me squeeze it to perhaps make some more of it come out. Okay, that should be about enough. And basically when I make white rice or when I'm doing any type of broth, if I didn't make the the broth from scratch with like chicken parts and whatnot, then I'll just take this is a little bit cheaper to buy a big thing like this, and it's cheaper. And then whenever you need chicken broth, you just simply get it out of the pantry and mix it with water, and voila, you have broth. Okay, it is ready for our broth. So let me just pour that in there like so. Still be sure to get those extra little droppings on the bottom of your skillet, because that's just extra seasoning to blend inside of your gravy, and it really makes it 40 weight. It really makes it tasty when you have those drippings. So yeah, get that extra seasoning at the bottom. Okay, Tony's going to do the honors for me, and he's going to pour this inside of here. That's good enough for that one for right now. Okay, now pour some more of that over here. Alrighty. Now what I'm going to do is allow this to cook down in both dishes and allow that to marinate in its juices. And here's the other pan here. And we're going to allow this chicken to bake. I'm going to bake this in the oven on 350. And we're going to bake it covered until this meat is completely smothered and tenderized. Let me get some tinfoil and wrap this up. Okay, the final result of our smothered chicken. Take a look at that, family. Is that not good? Okay, I'm going to plate up for my daughter right quick. Okay, it's looking pretty good. We got to get a biscuit here. Bon appetit, family. Love you guys. Good night.